eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joins us to discuss the latest news coming from the state capitol. Sean, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Now, the first round of budget hearings began this week at the state capitol, featuring agencies involved in public education. What did lawmakers hear?
Well, these are really some of the smaller education entities. Things like the Oklahoma Arts Council and the Oklahoma Center for the Advancement of Science and Technology, and some of these smaller agencies along that line. One of the things that seemed to be a theme throughout these agencies is that they're trying to recover from the budget cuts of the past. We saw last year that state agencies did not receive a cut and actually saw some money coming back into their programs. What the agencies are asking for is a little additional money to begin the rebuilding process, to help fill some of the positions that have gone empty for a number of years, and to reinvigorate programs, many of which have been put on the shelf as a result of these previous budget cuts.
The State Ethics Commission also had a budget hearing this week and is asking for a major funding increase. Tell us about that.
That's right. The Ethics Commission receives about $1 million between what it's appropriated and what it uses from its revolving fund, which comes from certain fees that it collects each year. The agency, again, is asking for about $3.3 million. A lot of that money would go to expand the employment force of the agency so that they would be better able to do the job which they're charged with doing. They would like to see additional compliance officers, another attorney, as well as a deputy director, a position that's been unfilled for a number of years, putting a lot of work of human resources and other issues on the director herself. They would also like to open what is called an open government center. This would be an office where both members of the public and the media who have open meeting issues or open records requests could work through in order to obtain that information. Of course, a year ago, they did not receive the $3.3 million, and lawmakers were not unreceptive to the idea during their budget hearing, but it certainly wasn't embraced.
Well, meanwhile, the ethics panel has backed away from a controversial proposed rule. Fill us in about that.
That's right. On Friday, the commission took up its indirect lobbying rule. This is a rule that would require those who purchase ads urging people to contact their legislator to vote for or against a particular measure would have to make certain reports with the commission if they spent a certain amount of money. It has been a controversial proposal because many people say that this is simply a matter of the public responding to these pieces of mail and to these advertisements and communicating with their legislators as they're guaranteed the right to do under the Constitution. When it came time for a final vote on the measure, there was no vote taken. The sponsor, Commissioner Karen Long, decided that she would not move the proposal forward. None of the other commissioners decided to take it up either.
Sean Ashley from eCapitol News, thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome.